Fucking all night, we don't look at no clock. She twisting my head just to pull up some locks. Call me on go, she won't tell me to stop. She told me to come and I came in the spot. I love how you go up and down like a star. I love how she does when she busts like a god. I love her little feet, baby, flash a little high. Yeah. Fucking all night, we don't look at no clock. She twisting my head just to pull up some locks. Call me on go, she won't tell me to stop. She told me to come and I came in the spot. I love how you go up and down like a star. I love how she does when she busts like a god. I love her little feet, baby, flash a little high. Fucking all night. The sex game right. She know I'm a star and we fuck, she ride like a first class fight. And we up in the air and we ain't got no limit. I be your general, she be my lieutenant. She drive my whip and you know that it's tinted. Might make a stop on this trip, we might fuck in the backseat. She be giving me time to relax me. She very smooth and persuasive. I be riding her curves, get lost on her way. She won't tell me stop, she a gangsta. I know the move go wrong, she ain't gon' hesitate. Little baby gon' pop. She my little young, but yeah, she got my heart. And bitch be cap, you know to play your part. Long as you keep it real, I won't play with your heart. Little baby, you the one, she a blessing from God. I can't believe when I met her, I thought it was a mirage. I never take another trip and go and stay at the Mirage. In the garage, got the QA here with the digital dash. She hop in and we take off, baby, we go so fast. We ain't gotta stop, we ain't gotta stop for nobody. Shawty know I got your body. Anytime you need me, baby, you can just call me. I pull up fast like I got a GT. You know it's on me every time that I walk through. You know you protected, baby, you ain't gotta doubt it, boo. You know I got artillery, I clear the whole scene if it means that you be safe. Fucking all night, we don't look at no clock. She twisting my head just to pull up some locks. Call me on go, she won't tell me to stop. She told me to come and I came in the spot. I love how you go up and down like a star. I love how she goes when she busts like a god. I love her little feet, baby, flash a little high. Fucking all night, we don't look at no clock. She twisting my head just to pull up some locks. Call me on go, she won't tell me to stop. She told me to come and I came in the spot. I love how you go up and down like a star. I love how she goes when she busts like a god. I love her little feet, baby, flash a little high.
LVCR, I'm on Instagram, man. Really on me. Peace to the God, the rebirth, and the re-education, but it's only for the nation. Screw your occupation. We in there. Let it cook. I'm gonna talk to y'all for a minute. This is a funny conversation, man. When you're around the people who've been driving for about 6-7 years, they all unanimously feel the same way. TikTok ruined trucking. So today we're gonna look at some TikTok videos. Discuss the topics that they talking about, and we're gonna gauge, what exactly is so bad about the content that's being put out. That's what we're gonna do today. Gonzo, I see you. Mr. Tess, I see you. Juop, I see you. Bugsy Siegel, I see you. You only been on 4 minutes. I appreciate everybody who showed love to the Cash App. Where's my remote at? So we gonna get down to that immediately. I just want to get y'all in here, man, get comfortable and everything. That's what we doing today. 1 second. Get my other phone. Phone going, baby. Gotta get it going. Cause they not knowing. Let's get situated. Oh being comfortable today, y'all. I'm being comfortable. Let me cut this off. Mm. So we're gonna have that conversation. Let's see what y'all talk about. At least the truck and butt cheeks thumbnail era is over. Really? That's over? Nappy says at least the truck and butt cheeks era is over. Is that over? Chris, I see you. Especially the female ones. Okay. I really love this channel. Nobody else gives a facts on it. Hey, brother, share it. You love it, share it. Hit the cash, yeah, man. You know, if you love the channel, support. It's that simple. That's how the channel stays. Oh, shoot. I'm trying to, let me hook it to the GPS, y'all. Hook it to the GPS. Get my GPS going. Tony, the first to hit the cash app. I see you. Now, I'm not connecting. Why am I not connecting? Let everybody get in here first. There we go. Now the phone is connected. So when y'all send the cash apps, everybody can hear that your cash app came through. All right. We're going to get into this conversation. Booyah. Let's see what we see. So here we are. I see you lock out. So here we are. TikTok guy saying he's cutting his losses. He's through. He had bought a truck. Now he's selling the truck. He says, moving on to something different right now. The industry is too slow for me. Like I said, this the people we seeing getting into the game right now are they do not have the same programming as we did. And I'm not saying that's either a good or a bad thing. I'm saying it's not there. And maybe it's good for them because they're here to get their bag only. Where we messed up is we thought it was we wanted to be a trucker. We really did. We wanted to be a trucker, and that's one thing they're not plagued with. They could give a two shits about being a truck driver. They here to make some money. It's that simple. Hold on, someone calling me. Hold on, let me play this for you. Oh, yeah, I had something hit the door, but no. The problem with every industry is beat right now. We was fine starting at the bottom. You know when trucking capacity will go down when other industry options pop up again. So do y'all think something's wrong with him getting rid of his truck and getting out the game, or what? Me personally, if you don't like it, leave. I agree. I personally agree with him. I personally agree with. Wow, that's a lot to unpack. Um, he didn't say what company he was with. Um, uh, y'all didn't hear what he said. You did, SoCal. Did you hear what he said? Do I got to play it again? Do I need to play it again? Let's. Okay, y'all didn't hear what he said. Hold on. Can y'all hear that? There's no audio. Y'all can't hear him talking. But you can hear me talking. So nobody hears me talking right now. That's what you're saying. You can hear me, but not the video. No, not the other video also. How can you not hear me? I'm looking right at the thing. Hold on here. Yeah, we hear you, but not the video. Hold on. Let's try this. How can you not hear it? How can you not hear what I'm saying? Here. How can you not hear the video? I'm playing the video. That's crazy. The video is silent, but I'm hearing everything he's saying. What about this video? And you can't hear it. Well, that's the video, y'all. I'm signing off. If you can't hear me, or if you can't hear it, there's nothing I can do with that. Check the settings. It says everything's fine. I'm using the same board you're listening to me talk to. Looking at the output settings, everything is the same as it was yesterday. So why wouldn't you be able to hear it? Hmm. So can y'all hear that? Is it the headphones? I hear everything perfectly fine. Everything is the same as it's always been. So for you not to hear me, I don't know what. Well, not me. If you not to hear that, I don't know what to tell you. Hold on. Let me go to the thing and figure out what's going on here. Let me go to the thing and figure out. That's crazy. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know, man. Y'all, it's messed up. Let's see here. Maybe if I switch the way I do this, let's go to. Let's go to this one. Can you hear this?
Because it's not. Before you jump into this shit, be mentally strong. Number three, trucking is a lifestyle. Don't think that trucking is just a job. No, it's a lifestyle. It's a lot of things that you have to change in your life just to be a truck driver.
So that's you can hear that. So let me get this straight. So on one thing on the StreamYard software, I can choose to pick a screen, and apparently it doesn't give me the audio. I have to pick the actual window. That makes everything more freaking complicated, but whatever. I mean, I gotta back out and read back. All right, so let's start it from the beginning. We have 100 people here. Let's start from the beginning then. Let's start because y'all said y'all didn't even hear the first one. So let's go back to the first one. Let's go to the first one. This one right here. Let's see here. Lady truckers, man, truckers, Windows. I'm so mad they moved. Shit. No, 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 yeah, no, no. Up there we go. Let's just start from the beginning. All right. And that is this one. This guy is done.
What up, TikTok fam? I know y'all ain't been seeing me, but this is why. This is me cleaning out the truck, y'all, with the company I was working with. And sad to say today, I'm done with trucking. Y'all, I quit with this company. I'll make another video on why I quit with them, but that ain't for this video, but I'm done. This is my truck that I had parked in my yard. I'm cranking it up. This is my first truck that I bought. I love it. I made a lot of money out of this truck, and I am selling it to this Mexican dude. Now I'm moving on, man. I'm done with all this trucking shit, cutting my losses, and I got another venture I'm moving on to, but I'll let y'all know what's going on next.
So apparently he got in the game. Um, he's getting rid of the truck. You know they hate me 10-11. He got in the game. He made some money with the truck. Industry slowed down. Now he's getting out. Because they said a lot of people got trucks during the COVID time, and they're they're done. And like I was saying before, it's two ways to feel about this. You can feel like, oh, well, they just came here to make money. They weren't really trying to be truckers. And I think that our older generation, we are infected with, we wanted to do this, and these newer people, they don't have that affliction. If it ain't making no money, they getting out. It's that simple. They were only here to make some money and they leave. And my thing is, we can't be mad at them for that. Because that wanting to be a trucker thing, that's the shit that we bit into. Can we be mad at them for that? Haven't been here in like 3 years. ICTP still in the game. Right. Is it, we can't be mad at that. I know a lot of truckers will look at this and say, oh, well, they weren't really here to be truckers. But the question would be, isn't the point is to make money? What does it say about us that we'll stay even though the industry is not making money? That's a bigger question. Because I hear a lot of people call them COVID babies, and we have all these derogatory names for them, but you have to prove. Like what was it? I don't care. Yeah. What's reliable? Right. So it's like we can't be necessarily. You have to prove to them that you're liable. Yeah. That you have passion for it. Set in your ways, I guess. Yeah. I mean, do I feel that these type of videos? This video has 597,000 hits. Do I feel like these videos? Do these videos once they permeate through the younger people, they start saying it. Oh man, I'm getting out. I'm getting out. I'm getting out. We don't know nothing about this guy of what he has set up, but I just think it does set an unrealistic expectation of you can just leave, because you can't. Now he had money to buy his truck. He probably got bread, but you can't just get out unless you live with your mama and you don't have no responsibilities. A lot of this stuff, we look at these young people and we're like, oh man, how can he do that? A lot of these people, they do live with their parents. If you're living on your own and you're trying to take care of yourself, it's a little more that goes into the decision to get out. So I think that needs to have some context. If you're not someone that is living with their parents and can just bounce whenever you want to, then, it just needs to be understood. But it ebbs and flows just like any other profitable industry. Some of the weather storms cause they ain't out here jiggabooing and scooping marmalade anywhere. I'm here for the money, but I'm a trucker first. I love this. Yeah, coast to coast. It's just one of them things where everybody isn't here for the whole thing. Some people, it's a money grab to them. That's it. It's a money grab. Now, I don't necessarily blame you, but I also think you're a parasite. When the money gets good and the people that are really trying to be in this is there to pick up the money, y'all can just slide in, eat up on all the extra food, and then when stuff gets harsh, you bounce. I don't respect that, but at the same time, it's your right. You can do it. I can't hate on that fact. So, it's just one of them things. This guy's saying OTR wasn't for him. He's showing his pay in 2021, what he was getting paid, and saying that, OTR is he is not for him. He says he's telling the truth. OTR was killing me and the pay was so itty. Now I'm making more working local and home every day. And when I hear people say this, it means two things to me. A, you sucked at OTR. So you can't apply OTR as making crappy money, because that means you didn't know what you weren't good at it. That's one. So say that I sucked and I couldn't do OTR. B, you had no business being OTR. You should have been local from jump. You should have been local from jump because you just didn't want to be OTR. But you can't just say, oh my God, OTR never made any money. That, I think, is, and this video has 2.4 thousand views. That permeates. It goes through our industry, and then you start hearing people say, nah, man, I just can't do it. And it's like, okay, if you can't do it, say that you ain't built for it, right? And just say that. That's all you have to say. Say you ain't built for it. But to say, oh, the whole industry doesn't work, it doesn't make any money, that's just untrue. That's like me saying nobody in local makes money, when that's not true. It's not true. You're also not telling me the company. So I can't tell what company was you were with. So I don't know, if you tell me you with some crappy company, then it's like you can't say OTR, you got to say the company. Why are you saying a whole of a industry when you are only at one company? From what the video shows me. So it's like, there's that, but no one ever thinks like that. They're just making TikTok videos. Some rates were better when Republicans were in office and truck industry made the most money. That's a whole nother conversation there, but yeah.
I don't really entertain people that try to tell me that what the fuck I say and what the fuck I went through is wrong. As a matter of fact, check this out. Now, I did some digging, right? Because me and a homeboy of mine used to work for the same company. We used to talk shit all the time. And the problems that we had, we would go back and forth and be like, we got to get out of here, all that typical shit. So you see that shit at the top that's circled, right? It says 657. That's how much I got paid for that specific week when I took that load from Maine to Minnesota, right?
See, that's the part that's confusing me about. See, this annoys me. You took a load from Maine to Minnesota. Yes. What did you do for the rest of the week? Maine to Minnesota does not make up a whole week. Am I confused on that, y'all? Maine to Minnesota is not a whole week. Maine to Minnesota is not a whole week. So you're telling me you went from Maine to Minnesota? And then what? What did you do after that? That's confusing to me. That ain't a week. That ain't a whole week of driving OTR. Poland spring water load. You're talking about one load. That's crazy. Am I tripping, SoCal? That's what I'm telling you. Anyone can get on here and say something about. Anyone can get on here and say a whole industry, a whole division sucks, but you have no proof on if these people are actually good drivers or not. So if a person tells me a company sucks, I got to know that person's a runner or not. So if LoShawn tells me, D-Raj tells me, Willie tells me, man, I worked there and I couldn't make no money, then I'll be like, all right, well, you can't make no money. But that's light work. Maine to Minnesota's nothing. What'd you do after that? That's confusing to me.
Right? And look at every other week, right? Look at every other week.
The other weeks aren't explained. What was going on that week? Were you on time? How many miles you get that week? These numbers mean nothing. It's not what it is. It lacks context. It lacks context. So it makes it look like, oh man, this is how it is. No, you could have been booty cheeks and you can't drive that well, or you do 15 hours in a sleeper, or you kept being late, or you complain a lot, or you was knocking down loads saying you didn't want certain loads. $400 for a week of you being out. How did you do that?
$431 one week, but see, I only worked like maybe 4 or 5 days that week, so I understand that. I got paid $815 another week, and then I got real lucky and got paid over $1,000 for 1 week. Like, I'm pretty sure there are other companies that pay pretty well.
What's up with the earring, boy? I don't understand these guys, man. What's going on with the earring? What's up with the earring? I don't have nothing against earrings. I just think that one particularly is freaking outrageous.
Mine just didn't pay me at all. But to be honest, if the pay was better, I still wouldn't do it because I don't like the over-the-road experience.
And there goes the point. Didn't I tell you? And there it is. And there it is. Let's back this up.
Pretty well. Mine just didn't pay me at all. But to be honest, if the pay was better, I still wouldn't do it because I don't like the over-the-road experience.
There it is. See, my problem with that is just say that. Just say that. Just say that. You don't have to. Everybody has to put all this extra stuff on it. Just say that. When I tell you I don't like local, I don't like it. Not saying people aren't making money. I know people making money. I do not like it. Personally. That's it. Am I telling you you could never go local and make money? How can we do that when Dirty Broke exists, Just Phil exists? All of these dudes are making over $80,000, $90,000 a year. So obviously there's money there. But it ain't for me. I don't like it. That's what I'm saying. I prefer to be regional, home every weekend, or home 2 days out of the week, if I could help it. That's me. You understand? But this is one of those things where you can't teach this to somebody. As Kevin Gates said, that ain't real. A homie never told you that ain't real. That's not, you're not being honest right now. You're being disingenuous because you probably was booty cheeks. Let's be real. You couldn't drive. You wasn't a driver. You need more structure. You can't think for yourself. You local, you need them to, and you do it and you come home at a certain time. So you can't see. Let's get something right about OTR. OTR is self-management. If you lack accountability and time management, you will not make money. You understand that? If you can't be accountable for when you wake up, if you can't be accountable for how many times you stop, if you can't be accountable for any of that stuff, your check's gonna suck. And if he was to come back and say, hey man, well, this happened, that happened, this happened, that, well, you didn't say that. So I can't go on that. I can only put things in there. Time management is everything in OTR, getting the load off. That's what I'm saying. So instead of you saying a whole industry sucks, say I have no accountability in time management. I need someone to hold my hand through my whole day and night. Another thing no one ever talks about too is I don't want to manage the clock. You don't got to manage the clock when you're home. They're going to run your clock completely out. You're going to reset over the weekend and you're going to do it again. It's that simple. You don't need any clock skills. So that is that I can see where someone will say, well, TikTok is destroying the trucking industry because people will see this and then they will take on this rhetoric. Oh yeah, man, OTR sucks. That's my problem with TikTok and a whole, is that it ain't enough time for you to chew down to the bone gristle about what we're talking about. It's just 60 seconds. You throw some stuff up there and it's gone. And then these kids run off with the narrative like this is the gospel. They run off with the narrative, oh man, this is the gospel. This is what it is. That's not true. Ain't no way nobody explained nothing to you that quickly in 60 seconds. No way. All right, hold on. I gotta hit this button.
5 things you need to
Yo,
know
what's the
before
word?
you
It's your boy,
start
Trucker
driving
Bud.
trucks.
Hey, I just wanted to get on here and give y'all 5 things I wish I knew before I started trucking. Okay. All right, the first thing, make sure you pick the right trucking school. Because a lot of these trucking schools, they just give you the bare minimum, take your money, and send you about your way. Personally, my trucking school didn't teach us a lot. I didn't never do no dock parking, the angle parking. I didn't do none of that. They just taught us how to straight back, offset, and parallel park, and put me on the road once or twice. Number 2, you have to be mentally strong to drive trucks. Dock parking, the angle parking. I didn't do none of that. They just taught us how to straight back, offset, and parallel park, and put me on the road once or twice.
All right, let's get into this. Your school are not supposed to teach you how to do everything. That is one of the biggest misconceptions about trucking school. Trucking school ain't supposed to teach you none of that. The truth is, your trainer, when you get to your company and they assign you a trainer, they're supposed to teach you that. Your trucking school main responsibility is to get you certified. That's it. They're supposed to get you the credential. They're not supposed to be teaching you how to dock bump, how to talk to a shipper. They're not supposed to be teaching you any of that. They're trying to get you up to the federally mandated requirements. You're supposed to pass the test, receive the credential. When you get to your first carrier, they're supposed to train you. And this is one of the big deals that I think is in the game. And I'm gonna say this, and I don't want to, I'm just gonna be real, and this is just how I feel, and we can discuss it. I believe that plantation drivers are drivers that went to a mega carrier turn out better as far as driving skill than private school drivers. I don't know how y'all feel about that. I'll say it again. I believe people who go through the mega carrier free program turn out to be more skilled drivers than the private school drivers. And I'll let that soak in for a minute for y'all to really take in what I'm saying. SoCal says agreed. Yeah, because here's my thing. There is a possibility that you go through a private school, and I've met people that will hunt for someone to take them on that doesn't have a extensive training. People are actively trying to duck the TNT or 30,000 miles situation that the mega's going to give them, where you're living with a person for 30 days and you're driving and they're telling you how to back in the dock and what to do with the shipper. And they're trying to duck that. They don't want to do that. They don't want to do it. So they're trying to go for these niche jobs right out of trucking school that probably has I'm going to give you a little bit of orientation here and there, but it's not as intensive as the mega or the plantation. You see what I'm saying? But if you are a person that is actively ducking the 30,000 miles TNT phase or phase 2, whatever they call it, at your particular carrier, if you're ducking that, you are missing a wealth of information. Because in the TNT phase, and Law can tell you this, and all these people can tell you this, you learn about your clock. Even if the person's not a good teacher, just by being in that position, you learn about the clock. You learn state to state rules. You'll see almost every dock. You'll learn how to dock. You'll learn how to stage. You'll learn how to secure whatever product that you're carrying. If you learn so much, you'll learn time management. You will learn so much. But if you go through the private school and then you just get your license and you slide over to Slippin' Jimmy Trucking, who's just going to run you around maybe 2-3 days and say, you got it, keep it together. That is, to me, is not a better education than actually on the job training, living with someone giving you the drip. That's totally different. That's totally different. It's already 4. I ain't gonna be on. I only got the Cash App twice, so we not gonna be on here long, y'all. I'm gonna be getting off soon. That's totally different. And if someone wants to come in and say, I went to private school and I agree or disagree, I'm giving you the link right there to do so. Because what ends up happening is the mega's not going to give you the option to duck it. I see you. I see you, Dirty Bro. The mega is not going to give you an option to duck this experience. You're going to get this experience whether you want it or not. It's just flat out, that's what it is. You're going to get this experience whether you want it or not. Matter of fact, you can't even go to the next phase without you passing this phase. If you ain't figured out what you need to figure out, your 10, 20, 30,000 miles can be 40, 50,000 miles because your driver didn't sign off on you. And what I found out is my friends that have a private school education have a worse driving record than the people who went through the blendation. Why is that? Why is that? You're not lying. I did private school, mega carrier local. So when I went OTR, I had to learn so much of and relearn and build on. Exactly. When my child becomes of age and he says, I want to get my I want to get my CDL, you're going to the plantation, baby. Period. You out of here. You going to plantation, Jack? That's where you going. Well, I mean, I heard you could do. No, you're not doing private school. No, you going to plantation. And if I can, I'm sending you to CR England. If I can do it. If they take you, because CR England has a reputation for a lot of things, but that driving school is together. Oh yeah, you going right down the road. Oh, but I mean, the private schools only. Yeah, none of that, bro. No. You need to go on down the road to the plantation. Get out of here. And at the end of your term, you can come back, start talking about a little bit of local stuff after that term is over. But until then, yeah, you need to go to the plantation. It's that simple. You got to stay somewhere for a year anyway. So why not make it? That's a good question, 1011. But it has come out over these waves so harshly that people feel like, oh, well, that's not a good company, when they really don't have no really understanding of what is a good company or not. They just know that people online joke about Swift, so they consider it bad. Oh, that's not the most money I can make. When really at that point in your career, what does it matter how much money you can make? You suck. Yeah, you suck. What does it matter what you can make? You suck.
Number two, you have to be mentally strong to drive trucks. It's not as easy as you think. This shit get very difficult, and you have to be strong up here to finish out or to complete what you want to do. And that's even in trucking school and driving for these companies. You have to be mentally strong. Don't think you're coming in here and it's going to be a breeze, because it's not.
I totally agree. You're not about to come in here. You're not about to come in here and loosey-goosey your way through this. It's not going to happen. It's not going to happen. And a lot of people feel they are. Oh, yeah. You know it. It's a round drive, man. You're just holding the steering wheel. A lot of people think that. No. And that's exactly why they blow out. And they use rhetoric like, oh, it ain't worth it. Oh, it ain't a bunch of money. I don't want to do that. They do that because it's harder than they thought it was going to be. And a lot of that go for people that when the industry takes a dip, because they thought it was just a free place to ATM to pull money out. What happens when the industry dips? All industries dip. All industries dip, man. And I know y'all believe it shouldn't, but it does. All industry takes a dip.
Before you jump into this shit, be mentally strong. Number three, trucking is a lifestyle. Don't think that trucking is just a job. No, it's a lifestyle. It's a lot of things that you have to change in your life just to be a truck driver. Everything in your life going to change once you become a truck driver. It's a lifestyle. You have to fit your life around trucking. I know that sounds messed up, but that's exactly what you have to do.
Totally agree. But like I said, that's if you coming in here to be a trucker, or are you just coming here to make some quick money? You know, these people, they don't want to change their lifestyle. They just want some money. That's the truth. And I mean, I'm not saying they're wrong or right. I'm saying that's just a fact. And if you're not ready to run, you're not ready to be out here for real, then what's the point of showing up? That's how I look at it. That's how I was raised. If you ain't gonna go all the way, what you doing it for? But they just want a little quick money real quick. And that's okay for them. But like he said, you got to switch your stuff around. Your life is not gonna be the same.
4, these companies don't give a shit about you. Don't put your life in danger driving on these roads when you're sleepy, when it's bad weather conditions, or if you just don't feel safe. Do not put your life on the line for these companies, because they don't give no fuck about you. If you end up losing your life on this road because you want to make sure a load get there on time, Before your body hit that dirt, they're going to have another driver in your seat.
Fact.
Remember that.
Fact.
These companies don't give a fuck about you. Do what you have to do to stay safe and drive your truck accordingly. 5, have a plan. When you're jumping into trucking, have a plan. Because in 3 to 4 years, you should want to have your own truck. Start your...
This I disagree with. This I disagree with. The only part of this I disagree with is that's if you want to. That is if you want to. Because I'll say this once and I'll say it again. The guys who do 20 years at a company as a company driver, more times than not, they're doing better than the people who bought their own truck. So if we're using this as a law of averages, the law of averages say you should just stay company. I'll let that soak for a second. If you were making your decisions based on the law of averages and the history of the people who did it before you, you would stay company. Now, if you just have that it factor and you have the connections or you're just a bad mofo, then I don't tell you not to do it. But this is not what he's making right here are blatant statements. And that the statement right there, I disagree with as a blatant statement. A lot of y'all ain't got no business owning a business. None. Y'all have no business owning a business, bro. And that's 97% of y'all. When it comes down to it and you run into these dirty, broke company guys, they own property like y'all say y'all want. They have their cars paid off. They have a pension in place. And most dudes who own a truck ain't got none of that. All they have at most is a little bit more loose cash to play with every week. That's about it. Most of the guys who own their own truck, they're not job to job because they have their own business, but they are jumping carrier to carrier. They jump from yard to yard. I'm going over here because I heard they had good loads. I'm going over here because I heard they had good loads. They're those guys. And let me tell you, that is not a force for stability. It's not. So don't get caught up in that. Because I know a lot of us, we do. I was caught into it for a couple of years. And I had to do some drastic things to get out of that rut. And what is the rut? The rut is the belief that the grass is greener on the other side. At some point, you have to reassess and say, this isn't working. Because I noticed things when I got out of the regime. I noticed when I was in the regime, loads never stopped. The day I stepped foot out of the regime, loads were scarce. So, like I told you, the difference in pay in this game is paperwork. You want to know really the truth. That's the only thing that really determines the difference is paperwork. When you get to the owning one truck power only level or lease level, it's just paperwork. So if me and you carry the same load, going to the same place, paying the same money, the only thing that will change the difference of our bank accounts is the paperwork. And if my paperwork, if 1011 paperwork says her truck is $500 a week and mine says mine is $1,000 a week, who makes $2,000 more than me a month? paperwork. If her paperwork says she pays $200 a week for insurance and mine says $600 a week for insurance, who's getting $2,400 less a week, less a month? Me. And yes, I have paid $600 a week for insurance at RST. That's what it went up to $600. That's when we left. So none of the shit I'm telling you is some shit I think. You hear me? It's paperwork, man. That's it. Matter of fact, depending on your paperwork usually determines how many loads you're going to get. Because at a place where you're totally screwed on the paperwork, the loads flow very well. Where you get all the profits, loads run out. That's me boiling it down to the most simple way of my experience. When I'm somewhere where I have no control over nothing, they own the truck, the trailer, they're charging me $1,100 a week for the truck. Somehow that truck always has a load. Unlimited. As soon as I start getting away and start going over to the companies and I get my truck in my own way and all of a sudden there's no loads. Why? Where'd the loads go? Oh, there's no loads. When I was getting an average of $2 a mile in the regime, I never ever had a shortage of loads. I go over to Jones Motors, I was averaging $4 a mile. I would sit 2-3 days a week. Why am I sitting? Hey man, I need load. Oh, we don't have any more loads. He said we don't have any more load for like the entire company. How does the entire company not have load? That's confusing. I'm confused. So what am I supposed to do? Yeah, I don't know. So I started noticing, I'm making $4 a mile. But for them 2-3 of them days, I'm watching the Swift and the Prime and the Maverick trucks lease just keep running. Keep running. And I'm thinking, what the hell, bro? Another thing I didn't think of is that I did not calculate or count on how big of a fuel discount the regime has when you're leasing. All y'all say, I'm just going to jump out there on my own. I didn't calculate that. Did not calculate that. But it's a serious discount. So now when I go over to be independent or I go to a smaller place, they tell me, oh, you can fuel any way you want. But you're also paying the Stein price, the sticker price. You understand? So I thought, well, I don't haul that freight over there. But you know what I seen on the paperwork when I was independent? What? Swift. I still was hauling Swift shit, bro. Swift one, I still was hauling their shit. Where do you think they were getting the loads from? I don't have a real conversation like this often because it don't pay. That's a fact. 2 hits to the Cash App. It don't pay no money to talk about this shit. But it's funny, it's the shit y'all say y'all want to hear. But before I get off of here, I'm just here to tell you that it ain't as simple as everybody make it, bro. I don't think nobody should own a truck unless they have a clear line into steady freight. You got to have an edge. You got to have something that you're going to be able to pull. That's a fact. Because that's one thing them white boys got, bro. And not many of them have it, but the few that do, they have it. They have some type of line into something. And no one will never tell you that that's the only way you're going to run that long nose. That's the only way that's going to happen. Because every time I hear them do their interviews and they talk about it, they got to line into something. They have a line into something. They're not out here just scrapping for loads. They're not doing that. So when a friend of mine asked me, well, why don't you want to own a truck? I say, I don't want to own a truck because I don't know the right people to own one. That's the truth. Yeah, but you can go get a truck. That ain't getting the truck is never the problem. Somebody will sell you a truck. There's buy here, pay here truck places. You can get a truck. The problem is loads. You do not have the connections for the loads. So you buying a truck makes no fucking sense. It just doesn't. Now I can keep getting trucks and just keep trying to slick willy my way through it, but all you're gonna end up with is a raggedy two-tone truck, bad health, no credit, and no house. That's all you're gonna end up with. That's it. Look at the super duper old dudes. That's all they end up with. Because the truth is, you're putting the cart before the horse. You don't know nobody to get no loads. You don't. And then if you don't know nobody to get no loads, you're going to end up signing on to some A-Fleet or Amazon or something, which is the same as just being a lease driver. You just own the equipment. They completely control your truck. They dispatch your truck. You're a company driver. The same thing. What's the difference? You're just on the hook for the equipment. It's not what they make it, bro. It's not what they make it. It's not what they make it, bro. And I know everybody thinks that it is. It's not. It ain't all that glamorous as people think. And people got their pride caught up in that decision. And I just don't. I don't have my pride caught up in that decision. I don't. If you go get your own truck, have no way to get no loads, and you sign that truck on to somebody, dude, how are you not a company driver? You get a DM when you sign on to an A-Fleet. You can own a truck outright. You still get a DM. You still get a DM. They still tell you where you can go and can't go. You still ain't gonna get no serious control over the rate. You can't negotiate. So what's the difference between a person who's at an RST type company with his own truck that's on the A-Fleet at Prime? There's no difference. There's no difference, bro. No difference, man. None. So how are you smarter than the lease driver? You might have just went to Prime. And let Prime worry about the truck. Like I said, a lot of it's fluff, bro. It's just fluff, man. It's fluff. It's bullshit. It's bullshit, man. You'll learn. You dudes are struggling, bro. They starving out here. Appreciate you, Mike. They starving out here, dog. These fools talk you to death, man. They starving, bro. They starving, man. That's the truth. So a person asks, well, how are you able to live like you do, TB, and we don't ever see you in a truck? Let me tell you why you never see me in a truck. That ain't content. That whole, I'm showing you my truck shit, that is the lowest hanging fruit. That's not a content creator, bro. That's a person. That is a person relaying the reality of where they're at right now. That's like holding your phone up in a bar. It's not content. It's not content, bro. It's not. It's not nothing you had to think of. It's nothing I have to write these contents. I have to write the show out to come on here and do it. When you're in the truck, really your lifestyle is the show. And everybody else can do what you're doing. If you're not white, which is really what you need to be popping in this, is to be white. It matters, you know, because I've watched people who look like me do the sitting in the front seat with the thing on their forehead thing, or, you know, we were sleeping in truck stops for years. Now, when you're camping out at a truck stop in a semi truck, that gets 1 million views. Get the fuck out of here. Get the fuck out of here. You're not camping. What are you talking about? What do you mean camping, bro? You're in your sleeper berth. Like, everyone's doing that. Everyone's doing it. It's not real, bro. It's all BS, man. It's all BS, yo. I'm gonna be real with y'all, man. This shit's pay to play, bro. That's why I tell y'all, I just never sold that. That's all it was. I never paid nobody for my views. I never did any of that stuff. And when I realized that the restrictions that come, when you do that content outside of your truck, it's immense. You should never show your truck, bro. Ever. Never. That's how you, if a driver's showing their truck, that's how you know they don't know what they're doing. You should never show your truck. That's a fact. You should never show your truck unless you're legitimately on some, I own this truck and the authority, then you can do it. Never, ever, ever. Not even in a fire. I see you, Dodger. Not even in a fire, man. You shouldn't show your truck, bro. That's what I said. When y'all watch trucking on YouTube, you know, it's just random nothingness. It's nothing. You're watching nothing. Nothing at all. Because people will say, well, TB is a failure and all these other things. But I'm the only one show my crib when I do my show. We can talk about it, right? Let's sit back here and talk about it. Forget about it. Let's talk about it. TB is a failure. TB don't make no money. TB, he's all these words. I'm the only one show inside of my house. Why is that? I'm the only one that spent the money for the equipment. How come there's no other established truckers with equipment if everybody's balling? Facts, Jordan. Everybody's balling, right? If you are balling, you would have the leisure time to be home and have a setup, correct? So if I'm the only one that failed, why is everybody else green screening? Because you don't green screen because you like the green screen. You green screen when you don't think what's behind you is worth showing. Green screening is hiding. You're hiding something. And probably what's behind you is booty cheeks, so you're using a green screen. Right? Where am I confused at this? But I'm the only one they can run around in videos and say it's broke, but I'm the only one showing shit. I'm the only one honest. This is not a green screen, bro. I can control that TV. Look. I can control the TV. That's real. I can switch it. Yes, she can. That's my homegirl. So yeah, we talked about her setup. The only way you to get experience to 11, you would have to do it. You have to cut it on and start talking. So what I'm saying to you is not that the back of me is very lavish, see, because I live modestly. I don't have that sickness. You do. I don't have the sickness of that. I lack the necessity to lie to you. You understand that? I don't need a huge house. You know, my stuff is decent. It's nice. You know, I got granite canvas house. You know what I'm saying? I'm doing all right. But I don't think, and that's another thing too. The flashing to me is not content. That isn't content. I am not showing you a lifestyle that is above a driver that a driver can afford because I'm a driver. And this is about what a driver can afford. Nice part of town, nice place, some nice things in it. That's about what you can afford. That's the class level we are. So if there's all these millionaires in trucking, where's the millionaire shit? Why ain't no one sitting in a Grant Cardone type house? You know, where's that at? That's how you know that it's not real, bro. It's not real. It's not real, man. And I just refuse to sell you a dream. You hear me? I refuse to sell you a dream, bro. I'm just not gonna do it. So when you go get your information, you watch people you like and all this type of shit. It's like, I understand that. You watch who you connect with. There's no hatred there. But the question always lies back to we ain't the type of people that have shit like that, bro. And we've never been. We've never been, bro. We've never been. So the reason we are so critical, I don't understand. We're so critical on lifestyle when we are not the stock of people to have fancy lifestyle. It has never been in history. Never been in history. Truckers are traditionally rural and inner city, bad beginning, trailer park, shotgun house in Mississippi people. That is the class that you've entered into. There is no space. There is no truth in being flashy. It is counterintuitive to the class you came into. It does not make sense. Flatbed trucker, that's another one. Just because you got a meaning for it. I got a crib I can afford. It's that simple. I got a crib I can afford. And when they say, well, TB, why don't you own a truck? Because I was smart enough to get off of that merry-go-round. I'm not riding I'm about to get a truck merry-go-round until I'm 68 years old. I'm not going to do it. Not interested. You do it. I'm not interested. Just so I can come on here and say I own a truck because you get some badge of honor. You don't get paid for badges of honor. You understand that? You don't get paid for badges of honor. And you damn sure don't get paid for being stupid. An old man told me a long time ago, way down by the Chattahoochee River, he told me stupid is not cheap. Dumb costs money. You understand that? What's that supposed to mean? Because I had ripped up a tarp at Melton. I ripped the tarp up. And I was like, oh, I done ripped this tarp up. He said, that's going to be $600. I said, why is it going to be $600? He said, listen, you tore this tarp up. Chris Crawford, I see you. You tore this tarp up. And I asked, I said, why this gonna be the company ain't gonna cover it? He said, oh no, the company not gonna cover it. You tore it up. When they gave it to you, was it tore up? No. Whether you gonna pay for a new one. You didn't tore it, they gave it to you free from jump. You tore that tarp up because you didn't secure it correctly. Stupid isn't cheap, and dumb costs money. There are people who are of the class where they can be dumb, and daddy will come in and use a lawyer and fix their stupidity. You are not that. When you come from the class of person who has to foot the bill for the mistakes they make, you need to stop making mistakes. It's that simple. It is obvious from the state of repos in this country, buying a new car is stupid. It's dumb. Under this current APR, you shouldn't even be looking at a dealership. And you can be someone who keeps buying them, doing all that stuff, but eventually you will stop. Me telling you isn't enough. And let me tell you why me telling you isn't enough, because y'all don't respect me as a person. It is impossible for you to respect me as a person under the current media regime. You hear me? Under this media regime, you don't respect nobody who do not have the symbols. I didn't say wealth, the symbols of wealth. The symbols of wealth. So if I am not showing you blatant symbols of wealth, you know, them tacky rings the rappers wear and all that type of, if I'm not showing you that, you think what you're saying doesn't freaking matter. You don't hear what I'm saying. Because they look at it as you as well. I mean, if you knew what you was talking about, you would have the symbols of wealth. You would have a huge crib. You would have rings. You would have a beige girlfriend. You hear me? I'm not talking about a regular light skinned black chick. I'm talking about like a Persian. I would have me a Persian girlfriend that does OnlyFans on the side. Like, I would have to have something like that for you to say, I want what he has. I'm respect what he says. Rolex watches, Patek. I'll have to have something like that for you to respect the words that come out of my mouth. At the most, you people just ride and listen to me because you have nothing to do. But don't get it twisted. I don't have it twisted. You don't respect what I'm telling you. Because a person will watch my show for 2 years and then come on here and think it's funny to tell me they bought a Hellcat. Which proves what? I don't respect you as a person. You would know that means that TB, I listened to you and I didn't listen to your advice. And I think it's funny. Even if you bought the Hellcat, in my day, you would hide it because the person who see it, you respect it. You understand? You understand? Are you following me? I respect my father. And if I'm not doing what I'm supposed to do with my woman in my household, there is a consequence to that through my father. He's going to ask. But then again, I realize a lot of y'all don't have that. Y'all don't have that. That's why y'all do. I hate to say it, that's why y'all do bitch ass shit, bro. That's the truth. The markers I'm trying to hit are not even on y'all board. It's not, bro. What you talking about? It's not. If you said, well, TB, you real and keep doing what you're doing, I would say, more of you would support Eric James. I see you. Much respect. More of y'all would support. Think of this. Y'all would make sure that I would support it through y'all so I wouldn't sell out. You ever think of that? Think peep game. when something is taken care of by the community, it stays pure. So they say, I mean, I enjoy listening to TB, man. I just want them to stay real, stay the same. But when you do not support, and support comes in many ways. It comes in Cash Apps, it comes in Patreons, it comes in sharing the video or liking it. You see what I'm saying? That would put a person in the appropriate position to where when the regime comes to sit down for me to sell out, I can be like, nah, I'm good. You understand what I'm trying to say? Thank you, PSG God. Nah, I'm good. I don't need the regime. Well, they'll say something like, well, we notice your people don't follow. They don't share your videos. If you get with our network, your videos will see more places. That's a plus. I gotta think about it. Oh, if you mess with us, we'll pay you up front. You understand? The devil in the suit wouldn't have an end. So when you be looking at people, you're like, man, they sold out. Why? Why did they sell out? You giving them an end. Then when they sell out and y'all see me up here with blue contacts in and veneers and all I want to talk about is the color of the new trucks. I don't ever want to talk real shit. Then I'm a sellout. I'm a sellout then, right? When I'm on some Spotify shit and I can't talk about nothing real edgy and nothing no more. I'm just freaking, middle of the road. You're like, damn, man, you done sold out, man. You holler, you done changed up. You done changed up. That's because the crowd or the community didn't support what was going on. And corporate can look at it and say, I can do something with this. And they slide in with the money. And next thing you know, it's gone. It's gone. You're allowing corporate to purchase it. Oh, well, they not paying for it. So, if he can get this crowd of people, if he can get these crowd of people to come every week, if we put some money behind them, put some rules on them, I can make them go national. You never see me again. I'm gone. I don't use lightning cream. I'm on steroids. I got big muscles now, veneers. You know what I'm saying? I done switched up. I done got a perm for my beard. You like, what the hell happened to TB? You gotta think about that. So when your rapper starts singing, what the fuck happened to rap? I like him like this. You wondering why does he sing when before I started following him because he was in the gutter rap. Gutter rap don't pay. Gutter rap people steal the videos off the internet, listen to it in their car without paying. Gutter rappers, all them dude rappers sitting around, all them dudes that like drill rap, they don't come to concerts. It's real though. Look up beard perms. It's a real thing. Yeah. Yeah. Then you like, I don't know who TB is now. Now I'm wearing, weirdly. Thank you, Dave. You knew what I was talking about. They turn pop. That's how it works, bro. Corporate always know y'all hating ass niggas ain't gonna support. I got it. I'm gonna throw him a sign-on bag. I'm gonna take him to a place I can get his veneers done in net, meaning through the company. Get his veneers done. Get that out the way. Get him a permanent Beijing appointment, and he's out of here, man. Now he's saying whatever we want him to say. And next thing you know, I'm talking about balloon pop videos. And I'm up there all swole up on the couch. And my hoochie daddy shorts and a whole thing of raspberry oil on, showing the inside of my thigh meat, talking about what women should do. It's over. It's gone. That's why they made hit the gas. You got to support, bro, because they can purchase. And I ain't above taking the deal, bro. I'm telling you, the right amount of zeros. 2 million signings sold. The fuck are we talking about? Because the truth, well, why would you take that 2 million? Well, I got 100,000 subs, bro. Imagine if 50,000 of them actually shared my videos when they watched it. Now imagine if 100,000 of these people sent me $1 on the Cash App. Would I ever need corporate? Ever? No. I would never need them. What do I need them for? Neither with the other creators. I'm speaking for creators, period, that y'all watch. No, it would never need corporate. But corporate gonna come in and say, hey man, every view you get to this website, I'm gonna give you $8. And then that dude's gone. He's gone. He's done. Forget about it. He's done. Then you can't talk to me no more. All of a sudden now everything recorded. I can't talk to nobody. Now I'm all different. And when I do interviews, I'm all extra eccentric and shit. Like I'm changed. I'm done. And they probably got my cheeks, according to what happens in Hollywood. You know, that's the truth. So if you want your shit, if you want your creator to stay for the community, he would have to be supported by the community, dog. Period. Because once corporate supports him, he's out of here. They're gonna cut all that off. Don't do no more lives. None of that. No more lives. Don't talk about this. Don't talk about politics. Don't talk about LGBT, or don't talk negatively about it. Don't say you hate anybody. They was gonna give me a list of bullshit I can't do. You can't talk about hating nobody. You can't talk about none of that. You know, you can't talk about nothing. You understand how that work? That's how the game work, bro. Wrong button. Yeah. That's it. Now I can't have a real point about nothing no more. I'm bought and paid for. I'm through. And then you like, dang, it seems like the game done got watered down. Yeah, that's how it works. You do not have to kill someone speaking the truth. You can pay them. You know that, right? That'll shut them up worse than kill him. Because if you kill him, you make him a martyr. Right? I can give him 5 million. He'll never speak again. he'll never speak again, bro. Ever. He'll never speak again. Every time they talk to me, oh, trucking is the best industry. Everybody should go to the regime and work for them. And, you know, if you're starving, it's good. Fasting's good for you. I'll be saying crazy shit. Hell yeah. That's a fact, bro. So when the reason why you can't keep stores in your neighborhood is because y'all don't patronize the stores in your neighborhood. And it's more lucrative to take the gentrified deal than for you, because you don't come here no more, because y'all don't watch Instagram and got fancy, and now you're going downtown to do your TikTok videos and stuff, but you ain't making sure the Jamaican spot stay open in the hood. So when they come through and offer the Jamaican dude upteen amount of money to leave, and these tickets is low, he gonna take it. He's gonna take it, bro. All right, well, I gotta think about my chair. I gotta think about my life. I gotta think about my family. So I guess I gotta take this 200,000-300,000 for you to take this raggedy building, and I can do something else. That's how it's gonna happen, bro. That's how it's gonna happen. Because eventually they're gonna have to take a deal, bro. And y'all kill me knowing good what y'all taking. Wendell, I see you. I had to take the deal. Law light skin. I offered Law $20 million. You never talk to none of y'all again. Ever. Ever. Well, give me the check. You may not see the if the word is talent, you may not see the worth in what I do. You understand? But one day somebody is going to see that. and they're gonna say, no, I love the way he talks, but I want him to talk about this. Check. And it's over. It's like that. That's how it works. The only way people can sustain without that is support. Look, Law said facts. They stopped killing leaders a long time ago, bro. Now they're killing with finances, bro. Check. And you'll never hear them again. That's a fact, though. That's how it works, because you don't support your people anyway. What are you talking about? What are you talking about? You don't support your people anyway. Tony, I see you. You understand how much of my career I've hurt telling the truth? I can never go work for Prime again. It's so bad that if my brother signs up for Prime, they say, no, we know your brother's Trucker Brown. That's what they said. That's how bad this is to my career. That's how bad this is to my career. That my family members can't go to Prime. Isn't that crazy? And you think Prime didn't share my name? I can't go to none of them companies, bro. Total blacklisted. I can't go to none of them. Every single one of them has my name and driver code and driver's license number. They know soon if I was to put in the app, then it'll come up red flag. That's what, when y'all be like, oh, be real, that's what real costs. That's what real costs. One day, I guess. But that's what real costs. So when y'all say, oh man, we like real, no, you don't. No, you don't. And if I was to go back, I would see, if I was to really see younger me, I would tell me, don't do it. That's how I feel at this point in my life. There's a reason I'm down the farm. Because the farm people don't give a shit about none of it. But if I'm talking to a company, it's too corporate, I know they're going to be like, nah. You hear me? That's what you give up when you be real on here. You be real on here. You're not hireable, bro. That's how you know what I said was the truth. Because if what I was saying was incorrect, they wouldn't have bothered them. That's a fact. If what I was saying was inaccurate, they'd have never cared. But y'all screaming for everybody be real, but y'all. Everybody be real, but y'all. All y'all quiet, fake names, or the whole nine. I go to y'all YouTube, ain't no content. Ain't no content or nothing. Y'all just say whatever y'all want to say and get off of here and go work for them people y'all talking about. That ain't for a person to sit in front of the camera and y'all know my name and see my face. That's about real as it's gonna get. A lot of other YouTubers ain't gonna tell you they unhireable like that. They ain't gonna tell you that, but they are. They are. So if a person tell me, man, how do I get big on YouTube? I would tell them that's the wrong question. They would ask me, what's the right question? How did I ruin my career? And they'll say, well, how? By doing YouTube. Because you are allowed to say whatever you want, but you are not allowed to duck the consequences for saying them. You understand? So if you hop off that porch and start talking, you better watch what you say. because all of these people are watching this. Do you understand? These mega carriers watch this channel. I know it for a fact now. They watch. They watch. And I've never, Tiffany told me something years ago. She was like, you got to play the game. I've never been a game player. I don't know how to do it. It's been straight up. That's just who I am. I don't know how to do the other shit. And the truth is, they're not firing me they're not saying they don't want to deal with me for what I said. I see you, Tony. They don't want to deal with me because they don't know what I'm going to say. That's the truth. They don't know what I'm not as controllable as other people. It's not as easy to control me. Because I look at it as if my content, if I'm making my content and it's like fake, I don't have the propensity to do it. It doesn't feel right for some reason. I just ain't. It's actually too much work for it to be fake for me. Because you got to do a lot of planning to do fake content. It's too much creative pressure. It's easier for me to just say what I feel at the time. You understand that? It's easier that way. It's easy for me to just say how I feel. Fuck it. Come on now. These days, you can pay anything. I don't know if these people ain't paid to turn my channel down. I don't know that. But for people to come here and tell me I'm real, I got 200 people over all these platforms to tell me I'm real. They'll tell me I'm real, but don't support. They'll tell me I help them get their license, but don't support. You see what I'm saying? That's how the game works. And when I say support, that could be a share or a like. My videos will have 3,000 people and 60 likes. That shit's crazy, bro. But then when I see y'all over at a Jigaboo channel, y'all screaming at the top of your lungs, bro. You think I don't see y'all at the mother channels? I see it. People send people, when y'all go to another channel and comment, people send the screenshot. It's on the screen, my bro. You understand that? They send a screenshot to me. Hey, look, this is so-and-so in so-and-so's live. That's how messy this shit is. Hey, look, this is so-and-so that said something on so-and-so live. They send the screenshots to our IGs, all of them. I'm sure they do it with other creators too. Because what we're really hoping for is a beef. That's what we're really hoping for. That's what we like. There go Quay in again. You made me get my CDLs. $2. I appreciate it, Quinn. You understand that? That's what this is. That's what they prefer, that we use our talents to tear each other down. And I'm guilty of it. You say the right thing to me, I'm gonna get to you. That's just who I am as a person. So I can't help that. But in the grand scheme of things, it doesn't benefit me to do it. It's just hard for me not to do it because I feel like, why not? I'll do you in. You gonna holler? You know what I'm saying? Why not? I come from that. I'm into that. I do it. But it doesn't benefit me or the culture for us to be just tearing each other down all the time. It doesn't. It doesn't benefit us at all. You understand that? It doesn't benefit us at all to do that. It doesn't benefit us at all. As I get older, I understand that it don't benefit us to do that. You hear me? It don't benefit us to do it. It's better to just stay real shit, bro. It don't matter what everybody else got, man. That's their business. I don't, I don't hate on nobody, man. I hope everybody live, because we all don't want the same thing. So it's like, I don't have no ill will towards anybody anymore. I just don't. To be honest with you, it's not a tactic. It is a complete uninterest. I'm not interested, because most of the people you end up beefing with, they're not interesting. That's just a fact. And I'm not saying they're not interesting in life. They're not interesting to me. It's the same way I'm not interesting to them. They don't interest me. What are we talking about? They own a truck, or they're trying to own a truck, or they're working at a company, and they're running around saying different ideals of what it should be. But nobody has the power to change any of it. So it's a mute point. It's nothing. It's mind barf. And most people beef with the absence of content. You understand that? They beef with the absence of content. I see you, Erica. Welcome back to the Roy. They beef with the absence of content. Because a lot of these people are not content creators. They're not. They're just dudes who just turn the camera on. They're not content creators. Content creators can turn on the camera and just, they don't have to be nowhere. When I start this show to talk to you, this show is from the heart. I really don't have nothing in this frame that says truck driving at all. I have nothing in this frame that says any subject I'm talking about. I just do it from the hilt and build the content from ground up. It's that simple. Because I'm an actual content creator. I know what I'm doing. Back in the day, I used to look at the spikes in my channel and I would notice, I used to talk to Lo about this. If I switch jobs, I get a bunch of views. If I switch trucks, I get a bunch of views. I started realizing that this isn't about me. Shelton, I see you. This isn't about me. You understand that? It's about the truck. Yeah, but you got views. But if your channel is about a truck, it ain't about you. That means you do not have followers. If your content is based on someone else's work, you're done. They're not here to see you. You understand that? If my content was on cars, they're a fan of the car, not you. You understand that word? They can care less about you. And the same thing goes for everything else in life. If your woman loves your money, she don't love you. You can apply that to a lot of things in life. Your company loves what you can do for them when you're working. That has nothing to do with you, bro. They like the service you provide. And when that service is no longer available, their ties with you are cut. That is the reality of life. I'm not saying it's a good or a bad thing. I'm saying it's a reality. You understand that? It's a reality. I say one of the best and worst gifts I say God has given me is to be a teacher. I like to be a teacher. I'm good at doing it. I'm good at teaching on here and all that type of stuff. But at the same time, teachers are the most unappreciated people. And I'll give the dictionary example. You have to be old enough to understand it. When you needed to define a word, you look for the dictionary. When you define the word, you put it down, you lose it again. That's what like a teacher's like. If I need something, I'll come learn it. If I feel like I don't need nothing, nah, I'm not watching. When it comes to streams of revenue and content, entertainment is more lucrative because people want to entertain themselves 80% more than they want to teach themselves. So I should be on here boogalooing. Ooh, watch out. Marmalade. I should be doing that because that's what people want to be entertained. They don't want to learn shit. My problem with that is, I'm not no fucking sports monkey, dog. I'm not going to go up here and start dancing for y'all. Unless I feel the spirit to dance in myself and it just happens on camera. But I'm not going to be scheduling to be dancing for y'all. You understand that? You hear me? So I just be speaking how I feel, bro, at the time. Brian, I ain't heard from you today, man. I'm about to get off here. Brian said he was coming on here, and he never showed up. All that talk, and you never showed up. So I ain't gonna hold y'all forever, man. I'm just decided to be real today, bro. Like, that's just a fact. If you're new to the channel, subscribe, like, share. To all the people with the Cash App, let me shout them out now before I get off of here. It's hot as a firecracker. I got my AC on. Shelton, I see you. Erica. Joseph. I see you, Joseph. Tony, Wendell, Joseph again. Eric, who's actually top of the Cash App. Top dog. Eric James is the top dog. Chris Crawford, Taj, as usual. I see you, Sugarfoot. Michael, Warren, and Tony. I appreciate you actually supporting what we do on here, what I do on here, and enjoying the content. I'll drop a flashback Monday. I got to figure out which one I'm going to drop for y'all. Y'all seem to like the flashback joint. So I'm going to drop the flashback joint of the old videos. I appreciate everybody coming through. And I guess all we can do is just do better. I may switch this mic out too. I don't know. Jordan, I see you, Mr. T. Is that a Ford truck? Yeah, it's a Ford truck. Shannon, Mr. Shannon. So I'll make sure I want no Chevy. I see you. I appreciate you, Sugarfoot. Don't do drugs. Be happy, man. That's all you can do. Every single person, and to the people who send Cash Apps off the replay, I appreciate that too. I'm Audi 530. You got to do better, man. You got to do better.